Welcome back to the stream, everybody. I'm sorry, that was super energetic. But welcome back. I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening this evening. But let's go and hide that. I've been having a pretty decent day. Woke up not feeling the best, but I've been doing that pretty much all week. So that's not much different for me. Just took a shower like an hour and a half ago, so my hair's still drying off a little bit. Sorry about that. But I did some research, and I'm gonna start dying apparently. But I did some research about this game. I watched someone's like guided playthrough following the original walkthrough that came out. And evidently, this game, the main story ends after this battle. So we are at the end of the game. We were correct on those assumptions. Those weren't just wild assumptions. So we're going to beat the game today. That is 100% what we're going to do today. That is, without a doubt in my mind, what we are planning on doing. If it doesn't work out, we riot. But it should. So that doesn't matter. But no, I can't think of anything else that really needs to be said. We're going to be enjoying some OJ as we do, so if you don't like that, keep that in mind. It will be off screen, so just to know that. But I think with all that out of the way, it is probably just about time for us to hop back into the game. So let's do that. Yes, please. Let's continue from where we were. And let's start that timer. Alright. Where exactly are we? I don't remember. I do... Oh, no, I remember. I remember now. We are at Mount Battle. We are continuing on. I think we're in the third section now. How are our Pokemon looking? I know that we got the item that was, that guy had, last time. So that we don't have to worry about that this time. So I think we're good to just go ahead and go straight through then. I guess we're good to go ahead and continue on. Yeah, we are on 21 of Arena 3. 21, number 21 overall. Arena 3 of the Mount Battle. It's segmented out actually pretty good. I kind of like that. It's pretty separated out so you don't get too overworked. And just overwork yourself to exhaustion. Exhaustion. Why did it twitch like that? I did not like that. That was really weird. Oh? What's happening? Is this stream frozen? Or is it just me? Okay, I think that was just me. That was really weird. Are the captions working? Closed captions. I just want to make sure that they're actually functioning. So we can hide that, and it should still work. Okay. We don't really need to do anything like spicy, or we're still on pretty low levels. So that's pretty good actually. And then let's do Brick Break on the Silicon, I guess. Yeah, so it doesn't exactly know the like what exactly I'm saying when I'm saying Pokemon lingo, but that's okay. It does get most of the words, and that's what's important to me, is that it's getting most of what I'm saying correct, and the rest of it is up to interpretation. And like context clues on the screen. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm being so loud. Hold on, I'm just turning off my Wi-Fi on my phone so I can watch this from my 4G so that I know for sure that I'm not experiencing lag just from my Wi-Fi. Because for reference, I'm watching my stream back on my phone just so I can see what's going on. And it was being slow and weird. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't my Wi-Fi, or that it wasn't my stream, and that it was just my Wi-Fi was just being slow on the reconnection to my phone. That's not important. That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo that doesn't need to be said. But we're almost done with this battle, and that's all that I care about. Earlier I mentioned that I did some research, and this is apparently the last battle. Not mountain battle here, but the Railgun Tower is the last area of the main story. So once we take out the Colosseum at the top of the tower, then we are done. That's the end of the game. And I'm hoping to do that today. So today will hopefully be the last stream of Pokemon Colosseum. We're already 26 hours in, and I am done with it. It was a time like that for me a long time ago. Yeah, when you were good. Well, get better, scrub. Yes, please. I hate that I can't walk in a diagonal very easily. Let's go. Fun old lady Delsa? Or Desla? Diesla? That's something else that someone else pointed in their walkthrough that I watched. Is that they also pointed out that the names in this game are very bizarre. Which is why the name Bob for our sidekick character doesn't feel too weird. It just feels, yeah, the character's name is Bob. That's what's supposed to be happening, right? Okay, so my stream is experiencing some occasional connection issues. I'm sorry about that. I probably have to restart my Wi-Fi for that to go away. So I apologize for the inconvenience. But that would just take longer to fix than to just live with it, I think. But unless it gets any worse, which it is getting worse. Right as I say that. Let's minimize that so we're not using as much power. Ooh, yes. And free up Ray. Okay. Noctowl will use Steel Wing. Hopefully this takes him out. Yes, fantastic. Thanks. Hit the mic there, I'm sorry. Okay. Hitmontop gained 195 experience. Nice, nice. Just trying to get some levels so we can fight that last battle. Trampled by the march of time. Or, sorry. Trampled by the march of time. Show me compassion for the elderly. I promise I said that right. You can read the text yourself. It definitely says that. You're welcome. Bodybuilder Izine. Sent out, great, some tiny boys for us to smack around. My favorite kind of boys to smack. The tiny ones. Abuse. And yeah, let's just keep doing what we were doing. Not really a reason to change anything up. Everything's the same. I didn't do anything. They're getting stronger. Very classic Dune textures, by the way, that kind of effect right there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the classic Doom, but their shields were like just drawn on orange squares on the person. It made it very hard to see what was actually happening in the scene. That was very weird, but still very cool for its time, because I like actually had to hand draw all that on film, and that's insane. I would never want to do that today. That'd be crazy. Ooh, nice. I actually wasn't too sure that was actually going to work. Thought I wasn't going to kill it. But let's go. That... Did that even hit me? I'm confused. Get out of here. No one punches me and gets away with it. That's a promise. Roar! Big scary monster. I won't lose when it comes to strength. I'll show you. Let's do squats together. How about no? I can just not do that. Let me teach you what yep. Let me teach you what an authentic Pokemon battle is like. I've been playing Pokemon since like Gen 3. Technically since like when Gen 5 came out. I played Black and White. Those were like my childhood games, but I started playing on Gen 3. That was my first like game that I played from the beginning, but I never ended up finishing it because a friend took it home and I never saw it again. It wasn't my copy to begin with, and it wasn't that friend's copy who took it and disappeared with it. He just kind of took it, I think. Good smacks, good smacks. I like it. I like to see it. Goodbye, little creature. Sleep well. There's the levels we were looking for. There's the levels we were smacking on. I don't know. You know as much as I do about why I did that. Getting taught what an authentic battle is like. I didn't expect that. You loser. Maybe you should have learned how to play before you battled me. Guess it doesn't really matter who I go up against, so let's just do that, I guess. My phone is still buffering. Is it just my phone that's being a piece of crap? I think it is. Come on, buddy, you can do it. I don't like how you can't see the actual stream. When you're looking at your stream manager on your phone, you can't see your actual stream. You can just see chat and activities. Can't see if like it's lagging like hell or not, which I feel like would be more important. I'm gonna turn off my captions because those are probably slowing my phone down even more. Steel Wing, that didn't do a whole lot, did it? Great. So glad that did that. How are you not dead? Just perish. You guys are durable. There you go. Close your goddamn mouth. No one wants to see that. How's the volume, by the way? Is the volume and everything okay? Because I haven't really listened back to it yet. Sounds okay. Sounds just fine. So, I guess we're done then. Just do agility because not really need to do anything else. I know Steel Wing can take it out. Why was he so jiggly? So bouncy. Why? Why? You made me lose. Boo-hoo. Grow up. You lost yourself. I just didn't have a very good day today. God. Always an excuse with this guy. Were you the student who wanted a private lesson? Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are currently? Do you know that you're standing on a floating platform in I'm guessing a volcano or a carved into mountain. But it makes much more sense for it to be a volcano. Also, why can I already see the sky? That feels weird. Because I'm slowly climbing up, aren't I? Why can I already see the sky at like level 20 when there's 100 levels? What? How does that make any sense? Unless it's gonna like reveal something that I didn't know. You're gonna be like, oh, but it's actually gonna reset the stage and you're gonna have to be sent away. Which should be annoying. Nice. Perfect. There goes the Larvitar, that cute little bean. And now for us to beat up the tiny little dog. Never mind. I didn't have a brain on my shoulders at the time. Let's just go on a full-on assault. That usually works in my favor. See? Every time. It ain't much of a lesson if the teacher loses. You don't say. Would you like to become a teacher in my place? Not really. I don't really want to, no thanks. Willpower! Willpower makes the difference. Bring it on! Goofy guy. So I have not eaten yet today. So I am going to order some food real quick. I already have some queued up over here. I just gotta, like, actually order it. And probably give them more than, like, $2 tip. That's kind of rude. At least a $3 tip. Goodbye, bird. Actually, it makes a lot more sense to do this. Now, goodbye, bird. Never mind, you're durable. Why are so many Pokemon durable? I don't like it. Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! You're welcome, I believe is the appropriate answer. I see, I see. I see what I need. I need what I see. And that is you and me? No. Bad. Time and a place. Time and a place. Let's do it again. It'll be funny. Let's do it better this time. Sorry. Typing in numbers. Typing is hard. Yeah, if you've ever asked a kindergartner that, they'll tell you the same, I promise. Okay. Ready? You good? You alright? Yeah? Okay. Okay, there I go. And I'm back. Hello. It happens sometimes, don't worry about it. I'm gonna say that every single stream until I get a replacement software. Willpower! Sorry. Gosh. Is it nap time yet or what? Yes, please. Let me walk in a diagonal for once, please. Okie dokie. Let's get this over with quickly. Are you a Gen Xer? Father? Glasses man Solik. How expensive are glasses in this universe? I wonder. Attack! Whew. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired to this evening. I was almost falling asleep actually before the stream. Funny. I know. If you laugh, I'm suing. Like I got the money to sue. Funny. Don't smash me. Because I would not smash you. That is for damn sure. But you are a gremlin and I appreciate it. I strongly appreciate the gremlin energy happening in the studio today. Good job being gremlin, young man. Now enjoy your nap with your tiny little muscles. He's so adorable. Oh my gosh. How are you not dead? I specifically told you to die. What's that gonna do for you now? Silly bird. Status moves are for adults. Yeah, I kind of knew I defeated him already. I wish there was a way to speed up animations. So I can get through this little... Like, it's not actually a setting, is it? There's not even... Is there setting options in the PDA? No. There's no setting options here. Are there setting options in the save menu? In, like, the box? Like, that would make sense, I guess, but not very convenient. Or are the settings only on the home screen? That's kind of stupid. Mawile? What'd that mouth do, though? That's all I'm saying. What'd that mouth do? I mean, look at how they're looking at me. I mean, look at him in that profile picture, though. Look at that side eye. They know what they're doing. Making these designs, they know what they're doing. They have a demographic in mind. And they cater heavily to that demographic. That's a joke, by the way. I don't want to make bold claims like that. You can't really do that when it comes to Nintendo. They don't like that. They like to sue. So does Disney. My friend just sent me a... So, I invited all my friends to watch the stream and join me in chat. If anyone comes in, hello, welcome to the stream. But one of my friends just sent me a picture of them with just like a shit ton of cookies. And they just said, sorry, I got into a baking spree, lol. What the fuck? Jesus, that's a lot of cookies. You're welcome. Yeah. Let's take him out. Why isn't he dead? How is he alive? I'm confused. Wait, I looked away. What? Did I just use a move that wasn't effective against him? Is that all? I just didn't use my brain again. I swear there's a brain between these eyes and ears and mouth and nose. There's a brain up here somewhere. Where? I don't exactly know. But it's there. I can assure you. Bleh. Cool. Is that all you got? Okay. Even though I lost, I had lots of fun in our battles. We only battled once, but okay. Why is Windy coming to sell me some Frosties? You're not a Frosty. I mean, I know that they sell, like, fish food. What's up, Doc? Welcome back to the stream. So you missed me last time, but I'm sorry for being gone for a couple of weeks there. First one, my parents came, and then the week after that, I just wasn't up to it. And, yeah. One thing led to another, and I didn't do it. But I did last weekend, and that was a lot of fun. I just did some more training, and we're back again to finish up our training. And to give a little recap from the beginning of the stream here, I did some research. And I watched someone's walkthrough, like guided walkthrough of them from like using an actual official published book from Nintendo. And the end of their walkthrough was this final battle that we're at was Rilgrim Tower. So I guess we're at the end of the game. I think the stuff that you were seeing was either from Gale of Darkness, the other GameCube game for Pokemon, or it was post story, which is a good. great possibility there's post-story stuff, because I think they were saying that there was a bit of stuff to do after. And, like, you can try to get all the Pokemon and all that stuff. Last week you were friends. Oh, the one who messaged me? Ah, it was? Well, happy belated birthday to them. Sorry I missed that. But, yeah, I think I finished explaining... Yeah, we're basically at the end, we're at the end of the game. And I bet there's some post-story stuff, I just don't want to do it. Cooked dinner, made a cake for him? Oh, that's nice. That's sweet of you. Alright. This guy has a lot more on his team. I forget that these final battles here at the, on these stretches have a lot more Pokemon power to drive behind. And also, I have food on the way, by the way. I just ordered some food. So, I'll be going on a break here in maybe like half an hour. And then I'm gonna eat, and then we'll pump through the rest of the game. Didn't get back until 1 in the morning. Jeez, man. Late night partying. Do you guys drink any alcohol? You guys are 21 now. You guys drink any alcohol? I mean, you guys are probably older than 21. Probably roughly my age. But, I mean, come on. I mean, unless you guys don't like alcohol, which is very fair. It's not a very fun drink sometimes. But it does make the night more fun. At the same time. Which I guess is... I guess doesn't make any sense. I'm not good at explaining things, I'm sorry. I need to work on that. But I need to take some OJ before the driver gets here. So let's consume some OJ as a celebratory welcome back to the stream talk. And a celebratory preemptive, let's fucking go, this game is almost done. Okay, I'm losing a lot of hair, and I'm getting more and more concerned about it. Like, it is getting everywhere. And after every single shower I take, my drain gets completely clogged. Now, I do comb my hair in the shower. Like, I do brush my hair in the shower while water's running over it. So, there's that, I guess. No, he and you did, plus a friend did, what name is still some magic. That does sound fun too. Everyone's got their own kind of fun. From 8, or nope, there's not even 8 on the screen. From 5 until 9. That sounds like a lot of fun. I used to play a little bit of Magic. I haven't done that in a long time. I also gave away my cards. But I didn't keep playing because the people who introduced me to it were dicks and wouldn't ever properly teach me the mechanics of the game, and would be like, no, you wouldn't understand it. I'm like, well, you're a sack of shit, so teach me the game, or I'm gonna learn just by watching you. And I learned by watching them, and I got most of the mechanics down, but no strategy. So I don't know how to actually win anything. But I did play some, and it was fun. It is a fun. I do like card games like that. But I don't get into them really hard, like some people do. Sorry, I'm also kind of debating on what I'm should do. It's just not cool. I don't have any cards, and I don't really want to go out and spend the money to get cards. And I don't want anyone to gift me cards because I want my own cards. Like, it feels like actually mine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like getting things from people if I know I can get it myself and it can be fully mine. Most of the time, if it's something like that. If it's like an appliance or some shit, I don't care. But if it's like something that I'm actually gonna care about, and I know I can currently purchase it in a store, I'm gonna try to purchase it in a store. B-Day Boy can teach you more because he is more knowledgeable in Magic. I mean, I'm knowledgeable in, like, witchcraft. I've dabbled in some witchcraft before. I've done some spells. Not in the card game very much. Only a little bit. Only a very little bit. I'm missing. Oh, so sad. Poor little boy. Why'd you wake up and join me? I feel like naps are way more important. I would always prioritize a nap over watching someone stream. I don't care how much I like the person or how much I want to talk to them. I'm like, but I'm tired though. I'm gonna nap. Gotta prioritize yourself sometimes, my guy. Alright, we took down Wendy's team. No more chocolate frosties for me. Oh god. Yeah, I guess that would do it to you, wouldn't it? That would certainly wake you up in the morning. Jeez. Okay, now we're finally at that break. Like, just taking out those 10 guys took us like half an hour. And I only did a little bit of like extra talking and pausing in between. It's crazy. Alright, let's come over here and save then. You know Wendy's is now serving? I did know that. I actually order from Wendy's way too often, but I did know that. And I don't think I've tried it yet, but wait, no. I have tried it, I think. Because one day they were like, yeah, no, sorry, we don't have any vanilla or chocolate Frosties. Would you want a strawberry one? And I'm like, I guess. It wasn't bad. It actually wasn't bad. I wish I had the vanilla strawberry, or I wish I had the vanilla, but that's fine. I guess I can make do with strawberry. Also, there's no settings here either. I was looking for the settings earlier in the pause menu and it's not there. And it's not here either. So I guess it's only on the home page, like the main title screen. Which is very interesting. You know, I assumed we were going from like, you know, I guess I don't know what I was assuming. Not the biggest fan of fruity ice cream. Those strawberry frosties are pretty good. Have you ever had like the frosted Kunos, like the cappuccino frosties? Those are pretty dang good. Like, let me tell you, it tastes like a cappuccino, but just a lot more sugary because it's mixed in with a frosting. But it's so good. Lady in a suit. Yes, she is. You got that correct. Good job. They can do the bare minimum. Appreciate that. You don't like coffee? That's fair. It's not for everyone. It can be very bitter. Sometimes people just don't like it in general. Various reasons. It gives you the shits. All the reasons are very valid. Okay, I have fun picking up the food. Good. That means I should probably put on pants soon. For, you know, decency. Give me back my screen. Thanks. Goodbye, Togepi. I think I'm attacking Togepi twice. Not anymore. Anything to do with coffee or having that? Yeah, that's fair. I've gotten really used to the bitterness, but I also don't drink it completely black. I always mix it with some sort of sugar or cream or a milk. Just because I sometimes can drink that black coffee, but that's just... It's like drinking like 90% dark chocolate. It's just like, oh, where did all my saliva go? It's like, why am I suddenly wanting 20 gallons of water in my throat? No amount of doctoring? Is that what that's supposed to say? Is that spelled correctly, or am I just stupid? Is that spelled right? I have no idea. I also can't read. I also won't see that word very often, I guess. No amount of doctoring can fix the bitterness. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that is a real word. I know it's a real word. I just didn't know if it was spelled right. But my brain's too smooth to know. Oh, I lost. Good luck. Where am I going? I can't see. What? I can't see where I'm going. I see lava, and that is it. And it's not even good textured lava. Literally, doctor with ing. Look, man, I have smooth brain syndrome, and my eyes go like cross-eyed whenever I try to read something with more than like 4 letters. So, so you know. Let's fight a bird with bird. And a man who can chop. That bird almost perished, but it is too cute, so it survived. However, that one is ugly, so it died. And that is how the ecosystems work. Hey, you know, Pokemon 24/7, you know, gotta get that grind in. Gotta try to get that Pokemans. Gotta get the legendaries, take out the bad guys. But I also have Soul Silver for the DS. It's a very dope game. I think I got mine secondhand from someone else, but it's very cool. I like the combination of the 2 regions. Really appreciate that. Check on the food. Okay, they're waiting on the food right now. I don't know why they'd be waiting on the food, considering I only got like a sandwich, fries, and maybe a Frosty. Yeah, so you actually missed, by the way, I forgot to mention this. You missed some fun things I added to the stream. I can now do this. I'm big now. I'm big now. I can go back to small. I can also move around the screen to all parts of the map. I can be anywhere I want. Everywhere. And nowhere at the same time. And I can control this thing willy-nilly and make it play whenever I so want. I have power. You underleveled for the steel gem. That's me with this final battle, let me tell you. I've gone to gyms way too often under level and been like, oh, now I gotta go grind for like half an hour. I don't want to do that. Fun old man Higson. Higson? Wait a second. Yeah, I kind of assume that's what you meant by pure Gen 2 team from the first half of that. But yeah, that's a pretty fun goal. I still have that overall goal for my Pokemon career in the future to collect all Pokemon current and future to finish the Pokedex in the Pokemon Home app for the Switch. Okay, my food's been picked up, so I will probably be hopping off, or not hopping off, but I'll probably be going over to the BRB screen for a little bit, eating up a little bit of food, and when we get back, I will be probably just finishing up this one last section and then going probably to go try the final battle again, and if we beat it early, then fantastic. If not, we keep going. But we're gonna keep going and just try to do that final battle as quickly as we can, just because I want to get through this, you know, as fast as we can, because there's no point in staying on this game for any more than what we already have at 27 hours. So I'll be right back. Go make yourself a snack. Go get some water or something. I go to sleep if you want to. It's kind of late there if you don't want to stay up too late. Video and audio is still desynced. That. So do you mean my voice and video is desynced, or the game and its audio is desynced? Because that's what's important. But I'll leave you on that question, and I'm gonna go be right back because I have to go get ready for the person to be here. Okay, we are back. I finished up eating. I'm so sorry if that took a long time. I honestly wasn't keeping track of time. So sorry if that took a while. All right. I am full, packed my belly full of delicious, delicious food, and I'm ready to continue. Let's get this party started. So I did see your messages, and I want to talk about them real quick as we're going here. I am aware that my voice is not synced up with the actual camera. I know that's for sure, because I've messed with the timings of that, and I think my timings are slightly off. So I'm gonna have to fix that between next stream, or between this and next stream. And I will also fiddle with the game sound too, to see if I can try to line it up. But you also have to remember that for whatever reason, the sounds are also a little bit off just automatically in the game, I think. At least it feels like they're off. Also, I know the timer's not going. I had it going for a while when I was eating. I didn't realize it until too late. So I'm just letting it sit for a little bit. It probably just had time to set, and the computer had time to catch back up. That's probably honestly all it was. But I know that my voice and mouth are not 100% synced, so I don't want to like... No, I know. It's definitely just a computer lag issue. I know you're not lying to me, don't worry. It's definitely the computer lacking. It happens. I've seen it in the VODs, and I've watched back the streams, and I see it. I see it. There's just nothing I can do about it without getting a new computer. But I at least can hold some of it back with the software I have on here. And with, like, minimizing OBS whenever I'm not actively using it and stuff like that. Just to, like, lower the intensity of the hardware usage. Which is hard to do with this old Mac that's full of garbage that I can't even delete. Anyway. Back to the game. Because we're playing a game, I think. Not ranting, currently. Die. Die, jiggly legs. I need the money to get the parts for a computer, my guy. I don't have the money for a whole ass computer right now. I would love that to happen at some point in the future, but I don't have the money. One day, I'll be like, yo, want to build a computer? Just call you up on Discord. Do it in spades. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What does spades mean? Also, did that old lady just ask us on a date? Do it in spades, yeah. Little by little. I mean, I still have to be able to afford like a $300 casing, no less. Like, I still have to purchase the casing first, and that's still a huge amount of money to drop on that. That's like a few weeks of like work. Just work, straight up work to get money. And I gotta pay for like the case is like 30. What? I'm jealous. The cases go for so much more. Took it out, nice. So scary. Ooh. I'm so scared. But that is another good reason, though, to take breaks every now and then when I'm streaming, so that I know that when I am streaming, I can, like, regulate the FPS and, like, the lag if I just take a break for a little bit of time. So that may not be a terrible idea for longer streams, so that I don't constantly have that desync issue. The most expensive parts will probably be the CPU and GPU. Yeah. Yep. Those go for, gosh, I think the ones we have in this computer down here, maybe $400, $600 just for that one graphics card down there. And it's not even great. This computer is still shit. Mostly, honestly, just Adobe products are shit, though. So that's honestly the biggest flaw that we have. And the one thing that we don't like. Easy peasy. Give me a challenge. Like, I know I'm in the heart of a volcano, but it's not scary yet. Also, if we're only like, I can only imagine that we're only like just beginning to be in the 2/3 section of this, because we're only at 35, and there are 100 trainers to get through, and we're already just above lava. How much more intense is this environment going to get the further in we go? I really want to see how intense this environment goes. Guess we're going to find out after the next few sections. We're not going to do those right away. We're going to finish up this one and then go try that last battle again. And if we win, then we're done. We can all go to bed early and I'll have a grand old time. If we don't win, we're back on the grind train. And I'm going to want to kill myself again. But at least there'll be hope that it'll be almost done. Easy game. Steel wing, I guess. I don't know. Just attack it with all attacks. Make sure it doesn't survive. That's all I care about. How come? Okay, Dyke. That's literally his name. Your CPU when you first bought it was under 130, although you're not sure. Motherboard was 175, but your first GPU card was 200. Rest of them were under 100. That's still a lot of money altogether. It's a lot. It is something to be working towards, but it's just a scary thing to start putting money into, because you're just like, what if it doesn't work? What if I get the wrong part? I just gotta keep buying new parts, and that's gonna suck. I guess if I do have somebody helping me, that'll be a hell of a lot easier, but like I was saying earlier in the stream, smooth brain. That's handy too. I've heard about the website before. A friend of mine suggested it a ways back when I was still in like high school. It was a scout friend of mine from my troop. I don't know why I tried it again. Put those grippers away. God. Why? Do-do-do-do. Also, good information to know. I'm glad all this is being saved in a recording, so I don't have to worry about writing any of this down. Let's go streaming. Oh, I can breathe again. Thank goodness. Even though I lost, I still love Pokemon. I would hope so. You're kind of stuck with them. Alright, this zone is almost done. We have like 2 more after this one. Okay, they're still looking pretty weak. But he's got a bigger team now. Doing some of that grinding. As you should. Oh, have I shown you my Game Boy yet? I have an original Game Boy with Pokemon Red in it. I showed it off on some streams before. I don't know if I've ever showed it to you, though. It's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy with it. I even replaced the screen, and I did a little bit of my own little bit of replacement. Well, I replaced the screen, like, plastic cover. I didn't replace the actual screen yet. But it does need replaced, and I want to do that eventually. You've become addicted to Voltorb Switch? Is that the one where, like, you use the move and it just keeps switching out your Pokemon? Is that what that is? Or is that a certain, like, battle style? I don't remember what that is. Someone like Minesweeper? Oh. I don't know if I know what that is at all. I must have just forgotten what it was. Because I've definitely heard that before. Like, I'm not just oblivious to its existence. I just forget, I think. They could just twerk on my ass. Why? Attack! R.I.P. that pine cone. Hey! You have a 5x5 grid and you have to count and guess what squares and numbers. What squares are numbers and what squares are Voltorbs. Because they're oh! That's that version. That's that version's type of gambling, isn't it? That's that generation's gambling. Yeah, that's what's in the casino. I remember that now. Because they had to get rid of actual gambling to do that because laws. And then eventually they just got rid of it altogether because they were like, well, if we can't have gambling, then what's the point? Oh, you still have slots in Kanto? Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Gambling lives. How is this thing still alive? I wish I could gamble in this game. This is a Gen 3 game. It was one generation off. Isn't Soul Silver and Heart Gold Gen 2? Right? I think I just sounded really stupid there. When you were a child playing this game, you hated it because it didn't quite understand the county aspect. Yeah, that was me with all the gambling in the games. I just hated it because I'm just like, what do you mean? I lost? I wasted money again? Fuck this game. And I moved on to fight Team Rocket. I'm thinking about Red. Oh wow, Heart Gold and Soul Silver were such a great mashup of all the generations. Like, that's when they started really building the world. Like, that's when it was really obvious that, like, oh shit, everything's connected. And then they grew off of that. That was really cool. And now we have so many regions, and we're about to get a new one based off of Spain with a giant something in the center. A giant ominous hole in the world. Everyone's favorite. But then Team Rocket comes back together anyway, and it's all like, well, there goes that plotline. Don't burn me, don't burn me, don't burn me. Please. Damn it. What's your absolute favorite generation? Like, what's your favorite Pokemon game? Mine would have to be... it's definitely between Black and Black 2. Because those are the two ones that I actually had of that generation. Or of those two generations. But Black 2 just has that nice little, like, addition of time in it. Like, it has a huge emphasis on time and everything in that generation. How Black was the future and White was the past when you had Black and White 2. And I really like that aspect of storytelling. And it's what they're kind of doing with this new game too, but probably just a little bit different and probably a little bit cooler than just that. So I'm excited to see what they come up with next. But I think Black 2 is my favorite. I also really like the connection, like, highway. That was kind of fun. Also, the like rotating battles was interesting. That was an interesting one. Excited to see it go, but it also was a little annoying. Also, I spent way too many hours in that fucking movie studio. God. But what's yours? I'm curious to hear what yours is. And if you're watching the VOD or the cut video of this later on, let me know down in the comments what your favorite Pokemon game is too. I'd love to have a discussion about it. Let me know why it's your favorite. Soul Silver was your very first Pokemon game? Grew up with it? Complicated the entirety of the national decks? Soul Silver will have to be your favorite Pokemon game. It's definitely way up there with me too. It was one of those DS games that I had for Pokemon that I just loved so much. Also, I don't know why Streamlabs feels the need to say that I'm playing this game every single time the way we say the word game. It should be a command. I don't know why it's detecting a word. I must be a button I pressed somewhere. I'll have to look for that, I guess. It's just so fucking stupid. You must have missed a button or something. But it's just whenever we say game, it's gotta be like, hey, did you know that we're playing Pokemon Colosseum? Did you know? Are you sure that you knew? It's like, no, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I came here not reading the title or seeing what's in front of my face. God, you got such a big team now. You guys are doing so good. Too bad I gotta beat you up a little bit. Teach you some manners. Teach you who's the real king around these parts. Alright, this is the last battle of this sector of Mount Battle. So we're gonna get our points, we're gonna save, and then we're going to go try that last battle again on Realgum Tower. Yeah, that's the game you had the Pokedex lost, wasn't it? God. The completed national dex just wiped. I think I'd cry for like 6 days straight, at minimum. Minimum 6 days. Probably more. Probably a lot more. Probably punch some holes in things too. I'd just be so upset. I'd be like, why does the universe want me to fail? Yeah, over 600 hours. Just poof. Okay, so there was a YouTube video that I saw. This reminds me of a video though. Of somebody who took their original like Game Boy cartridge for Pokemon Green and brought it to this YouTuber who talks about, you know, different games and stuff. He's also known for SpongeBob theories, which is not on topic. But he met up with this guy and they worked together to try to figure out how to recover this dude's like, not Blastoise, but Venusaur? Bulbasaur? I don't know which one it was. It was one of the starters that he was trying to recover. And they went through all these like different ways of like uploading the ROM because the game was corrupted because he tried to like glitch and like hack with one of those Game Sharks and stuff. So he corrupted his save. But he really wanted to keep it, so he didn't touch his cartridge after he fucked it up. And they actually eventually ended up recovering the exact copy of his Pokemon, even though it was a little bit corrupted. They fixed it and brought it back, and now he's able to actually like play his game with a working version of his Pokemon in it. So that's pretty cool. That just reminded me of that story. I felt like talking about it. Really cool video. I would suggest checking it out. I think it was Nick something. Let me see what his channel is. This might take a second to look up. Hold on. I'm looking. Looking as fast as I can. My little brain can't do too much processing. Where is he? Show yourself! What was it, Sam? No, Sam's a video game developer. It's a different guy. I want to shout him out because I mentioned his video. And it'd be stupid if I didn't mention his actual channel name. Mostly so I can put it in the tags of the video. Because it'd be nice. Hello? I think I'm actually just blind. And a little bit stupid. I'm back at the fucking bottom again. Okay, I give up. I'm not looking for it. I'll put it in the channel description or whatever. The description of the video. What really sucks about that current event Pokemon like Mew and Celebi can't be achieved through normal means? I know! Like, now you have to actually cheat to get that into the older games. But something interesting that they're going with now is they're trying to put the entire Pokedex in their Switch games so that you can easily move it over into your Pokemon Home because they want it to be really, like, super compatible, it looks like. So it looks like, from what I'm seeing just as like a consumer, is that they're starting to get everything on the Switch, or on the Switch's like internet system, the online, like the Nintendo Online, so that they can easily let everyone just put their Pokemon up on one spot, which I really like. I don't necessarily trust their cloud system, because I don't know how trustworthy it can be. But I mean, it'll be nice to have a place to store them for the time being until they delete their cloud storage again, like they've done for every single previous console. But maybe we're past that point. Maybe we're to the point where things are a little bit more up to date, and things are not as shitty. Yes, it is Nick Robinson. Thank you for finding him. He's the guy who did the video about that Game Boy Pokemon Green, trying to recover the Bulbasaur. Or whatever it was called. His Pokemon. But yeah, it was that guy. Oh my god. Wait, what the... What move was that? What was that animation? Look. Knocking things over. Ta-da! You remember the very last Pokemon? What was it? I'm curious to see what it was. What was the last one you had to do to complete it? I'm gonna go ahead and say advanced just because I'll go ahead and say stop. And then we can always come back here. Manphy and Fione. I remember those two. I remember getting those in PLA. They were fun to get in PLA. They had cool little like puzzles attached to them. Okay, let's go back to Realgrim Tower. We've leveled up like maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 levels for some Pokemon. That should maybe be enough to get us at least a little further. Well, let's just be smart about our items here. Let's take a look at what we got and see if we need to buy any more real quick. So we got plenty of full heals, which will be nice if we get some side effect moves on us. We do have some full restorers, which is nice. A few max potions. And 10 revives. I think we should get some more healing items, personally. We have the money for it, so I say let's go ahead and do it. I just feel a lot safer if we get some more healing stuff. This isn't really the best place to get healing stuff, is it? I think they just have balls here. Who has like a better shop? Does the Under or Phoenix have a better shop? If I had to guess, it'd be the Under. So I guess let's go there real quick. Let's get some more stuff. Oh, I also learned that there is a gym here. No, that's the hotel. Is this the gym? No, this is a shop. What does this shop look like? You had a Pokemon event at a library with a friend. And traded... Someone traded their Manphy and breeded a Fione off of that? You can breed it off... Wait, what? I don't know. Okay, I don't understand these Pokemon at all, I guess. You can breed Manphy and Fione? Fione? However you say it. I didn't know that. It's cool. It's cool as hell. Let's do 10. I know it's not as good as we could have gotten. We could have gotten more from the Under. But I wanted to just get that. Just a little bit more heals. Because we don't honestly need that much. Just enough to get us by. Manphy is the only legendary you can breed to hatch a Fione. Interesting. Wait, is Bob not with me? No, Bob's right here. Why wasn't Bob in the cutscene? Or was she and I just didn't see? Maybe I missed it. I took a wrong turn. I forgot where I was in the tower. That's where Mirror B was. We're almost there. Excuse us. Is there some save stations down here? Any one of these two? Yes. I did not mean to open this. All right. Let's try it again. All right, let's. I'm gonna get a dab started here, or some OJ started here. I don't know what you think you heard, but it wasn't that. Understood? Great. A shiny Entei. I do miss those days of being able to like go there and get that stuff. Those are cool days. But now they just do like gift boxes. Like they just send out a code and like, here, download this. Minimal effort. Do it and have fun. And we're like, okay, let's do it. That sounds fun. And it is fun. Until it's not. And then we go back to Breath of the Wild, because it's an actual fun game. So we could talk about the new announcement for Scarlet and Violet if you want. Like I can bring up the video and we can watch it real quick if we want to. Because that sounds like an interesting idea. Just discuss the new trailer. Sounds fun. You haven't seen the recent Pokemon news? Oh well, I can totally do that after we try this out one time. We can totally take a look at that and we can discuss it. That sounds like a lot of fun actually, because discussing it with myself is not as much fun as discussing it with others. I honestly might start talking about Marvel on my streams. Just start talking about the most recent Marvel movies. Talk about like things I liked and disliked about like cinematography or story or whatever. People like talking about that stuff, right? That's like a common thing people like to watch, right? I think so. That's fair, but at least I can start talking with somebody who is, who comes on in here. I'm not a huge DC nerd, especially after all their cancellations and stuff. Like they canceled a bunch of movies, but then are keeping The Flash when Ezra Miller, who's The Flash, is currently on the run for a very long laundry list of broken laws. Including abuse and SA, I believe. And yet they canceled Batgirl because they had negative reviews in the thing. The actor is becoming the IRL Flash. No one actually knows where he's at, which is ironic for his character, I guess. Why are you still here? Batgirl, the TV show? No, I think they were making a new Batgirl movie. There was like a lead person of color, or woman of color in particular, and like it was their only woman of color led, like one of their only woman of color led projects in recent times, and they canceled it, which wasn't a good look. And now they're canceling even more things, which is even worse. And yet they're not canceling the Flash movie. And they'd already almost finished the Batgirl movie, by the way. They spent $9 million on it and they canceled it. It was almost done. They were just getting through the CG, like the computer graphics. They were making it look good and they canceled it. Just because it flopped in the the peer reviews or whatever it's called. Even though it wasn't much of a flop, it was the same score that Justice League had. I think it was Justice League. It was another big movie like that. That's super effective? Jesus. You remember the Batgirl TV show? I don't think I ever watched it. But I have seen clips of it more recently. Because, like, the bit more popularity of Marvel and stuff. People are watching the older stuff and, you know, posting it on TikTok and all that. So I've seen clips. Yeah, well, this all happened really recently, so it makes sense they may not have heard about it yet. But yeah, no, it sucks. So many movies were canceled. And they had like a huge lineup like what Marvel's doing right now. And then they just couldn't deliver. They tried to go too big without really knowing what they're doing. And also, I think their director changed or whatever. And as soon as he came in, like all these stuff started going to shit. Talking about the most recent Batgirl TV show? Yeah. I still haven't seen it though. I didn't know there was a recent Batgirl TV show, actually. That's pretty cool. Good to know. Oh, I'm smart. I'm a genius. Please don't do that much damage. Good. Just a scratch. Take it down just a little more. There goes all my detects, though. Okay, there goes that battle. We haven't lost a single... No, we did. We did lose one Pokemon. We lost Noctowl, which I'm not too surprised about. But we can bring him back as soon as we start next battle. I should have done that instead of wasting my detects. Wow, the Absol. We've already done a huge jump in levels. Some ginger and red stick claiming to be related to Batman in some way storms into the Batcave and becomes Batgirl. Because empowering women or some shit like that. Character is super bright too. Is this like a live action or is this an animated show? It is live action? I'll have to watch it for myself to make any of those judgments. But I think I can probably see where you're coming from a little bit. I haven't seen it though, so I guess I can't really say anything either way, but I'll look into it. Oh. Ah. Okay. Yeah, because those clips could just be like pushing in a certain point of view. By the way, I don't care if I didn't catch the Absol. If this is the last fight, I don't really care at all. Now, I'm not stupid twice. I was almost stupid twice. There's a difference. Fuck. Why you gotta do me like that, man? Yeah, I have not even like heard of it, so I bet it was a pretty cheesy show. It only lasted one season. I mean, it is a DC property, so I'm not too surprised. All DC things have to flop. Alright, I gotta start doing some heals. That is apparent. So, Hitmontop, you can go ahead and do some healing real quick. I'll use his turn to do some healing. And we'll do Knocked Owl for now. And then Suicune is going to do Surf just to do a clean swipe. Because it's a big chunk of damage. They're the same... Yeah, they're the same level. It's going to do decent there. And it missed. Fantastic. We're going to do even more healing. Not much into it because it was DC, but because of the amount of virtue signaling and political correctness shenanigans. Yeah. Maybe. Like I said, I haven't seen it for myself yet. I guess I can't really say too much about it. I'd heard about you, but you were much more something than I was not. Yeah, I don't know where they put their shows. I'll probably just look for stuff online. I'll see if there's any, stripped clips online somewhere. Some, like, you know, ripped off the platform, shoved somewhere else kind of clips, you know? Okay, they're very high leveled now. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! Okay. Okay, I thought that was gonna be one of the moves to switch me out. It missed? Are you kidding me? At least you put it to sleep, though. At least you put that one to sleep. It's gonna howl again, that's okay. As long as we don't miss the hypnosis again, we'll be okay. Then they'll both be asleep. Problems will be solved. Okay, this move is hitting. That's damage. Okay, good. We didn't miss. Fantastic. Now they're both asleep. We won't get any damage on us. We can just start busting it out, Scooby style. I'm gonna keep Knocked Owl in. We're gonna notification. Random like on a video. Okay. Confusion. I think probably the Houndoom, and then we're gonna switch out the Hitmontop for Suicune, so we can do a big ol' surf to get all of them out of here, because they're both fire types. I'm seeing a pattern. This seems to be a play on the Elite Four. That's what it's looking like. It appears to be the Elite Four, but in stupid people version, and a lot less epic. Very sad, I know. Was that not effective against it, by the way? Am I doing another dumb here? Let's just do a Steel Wing. And then let's do a big ol' surf. I don't care if I take out the Houndoom, like I said. If this is the last battle, I don't care. Close. Almost got it. Okay, that didn't do as much as I was hoping, actually. That's not good. That's also not good. That's like double not good. Oh god. Please don't. Save me! Oh. I'm alive? Okay, so the Houndoom is thankfully still asleep. It should faint on this turn. This should take out the rest of its health. Maybe even just leaving a small sliver. Okay, no, it is all gone. Good. And he's obviously all gone. And whoever they got next out here is about to get hit as soon as they enter the arena. Okay, so it's another fire type. I had a feeling it would be. Decent damage, actually. Not bad. So first things first, let's try to hypnosis it right away. It might take out the Noctowl, but that's okay. He was doing some research on the Batgirl show or on Pokemon. And if so, would you find out either way? Oh, it's not Batgirl? Batwoman. I see. Okay, this is the last of the 4. And then we have, I think, just NASCAR. It lasted for 3 seasons? Oh. I guess it had a little more of a fan base than he thought. Or DC just decided that they really liked that show and just kept it going for a while. Just cause. Okay, like last time, let's start off by putting the stronger guys to sleep. I had a score of 3.3. Ooh, that's rough. I wonder how many of those are like dude bros like heavily hating on it though. Do I have a fire type on me? I do have a fire type. I forgot about Inte. But I shouldn't switch out until they're asleep. So let's keep that in mind. So let's just attack them now, and then we can switch out when they actually go night-night. Oh, wow, Hitmontop's fast. And that's pretty good damage. Holy crap. Oh, I didn't know that was super effective against him. Oh, great, we missed immediately. And he's flying. This is off to a great start. Oh. Oh. That hurts a little bit deep. And the show is not on Netflix. Oh, yeah, I kind of figured that one. Ugh. Okay. That was oof. Actually, I didn't think that'd be super effective. And that's nice. That is not as effective as I thought it would be. I was hoping it would be the same as before. It's not. Okay, so there goes my sleep boy. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's fine. That's fair. That makes sense. Is fighting strong against Dragon? Can I beat him up with him on top easily? It's neutral. I think I'm better off switching him out and keeping him in here. Because he's not doing a whole lot of damage. But these guys are both water. Water's not strong against that. Oh, I thought he was dragon. I'm stupid. Okay, I think what may be the smartest idea for him on top here is just use him to heal. And use him as a sacrifice for someone who might be able to help a little more. Which I think in this instance would be Knocked Owl. But no, because he's super effective. He's got super effective moves against him. Maybe Espeon. Do you think Espeon's probably the better choice here? There's like a 20-second delay, by the way. So, I'm so sorry. The lag is beginning to creep back in. Oh, it can take quad damage from ice? Oh shit, okay. I think I will revive the Espeon though, just because it is a really strong Pokemon. It's my strongest one. And I'm going to need it for at least a future battle, if not the end of this battle. So this may be the better idea now, because I'm not going to need him on top. At least for this battle. And then when him on top goes, I'll switch into Suicune. I think that's probably the best game plan for right now. Okay, well Chompius is already gone, so that's not even a concern. Ooh, coughs. Okay, I figured that he'd be getting abused. That was assumed. Ooh, now he's even poisoned. We'll let him... I think we'll let him have another heal victory here. And we'll heal Espeon all the way up. And then when he faints, we'll just switch out into Suicune. Although I don't think it's really going to matter who we switch into. Because I'm pretty sure that our Entei is going to take it out anyway. I'm going to end the turn by reviving Knocked Owl, so we can have, right at the start of the battle, we can have the Hypnosis. Okay, well, we have another chance to do another heal, so we can heal him up the rest of the way. So now we have a fully healed Noctowl with Hypnosis, which is fantastic. And we're not down 2 Pokemon. We're only down 1. Going into this final battle, I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm still a little bit worried that we're going to have some problems, because we are still a very low level. Do you sneak in a knight's helmet there? What's the knight's helmet mean? Was that intentional? Sir Uwu. There's the man himself. Bravo, bravo, well done. Why not become a Cypher Show Battle Trainer? Would you even consider it? I'll vouch that you will become a top star in no time. I wouldn't have minded making that proposition, but I'm afraid I'm not that big-hearted. I will destroy you in battle right now. You will know the humiliation of total domination before this crowd. Oh yeah, no, the Vileplume have been doing that the entire game. Why are his eyes red? Why is he level 55? I'm sorry, nobody warned me for this. Who invited mommy into the game? I'm scared. I'm fucking terrified, actually. Noctowl, please do something. Wait, did I get... He fully healed me. They fully healed me for this fight. I wish I knew that sooner. Excuse me? Where was the information here? That was rude. Okay, I don't think I can actually hit the Dusclops with Hip on top. I can't do that, can I? Yeah, I should switch out Hip on top. Thank you for that. Yeah, yes. I'm glad we're on the same page. Who are we feeling? Mantine? I should have put an electric type in this team. I really needed the electric type. Mantine? Okay, Mantine. I don't like how there's no music now. It's quite scary. I'm nervous a little bit. Okay, well there goes Mantine. Fuck. Okay, so definitely don't bring out Espeon. Is fire effective against Ghost? Or am I being hopeful? Does Entei bite? I don't think so. But we can't look at its fucking moves, can we? Oh, wait, we can't. Hold on, we can't. It does no bite. It does. Is bite good? Will bite help? It also has black sunglasses. Because why not? Dark is super effective against Ghost. Let's go, Entei. It's your time to shine. Please don't get one hit. I'm scared. That's not good. That's good to know. Thank you. Alright, let's try to put the Dusclops to sleep. And let's first go against the Gardevoir. Since it's already asleep. Please don't hit yourself. Thank God. It did damage. Still don't like how the music's gone. Makes me very uncomfortable. Noctowl, you missed. You son of a biscuit. I'm terrified right now, Noctowl. Please don't miss this time. I'm going to take a dab out of fear. I mean, get some OJ out of fear. Once again, you did not hear that. Does anyone know Leer or Tail Whip? I can check in a second, but I don't think so. I don't use those moves very often, so I'm not sure. But we can take a look. Okay, good. Now they're both asleep. So that is a great start. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Summary. Their lower physical defense. Okay. So no here. No. No. We have Leer on Suicune. But Suicune is... Suicune fainted right now? No. Mantine is. Okay. So Suicune has Leer. So we can use Leer on Suicune. It's just Suicune though. But we do have it. I'm a little surprised about that. Should I switch out Noctowl for Suicune so that we have that now that they're both asleep? I think that's probably the best idea. Assuming they will stay asleep next turn, you would switch? Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page there. This is the last battle of the game. We got this. We have enough heals. I think we have enough items to recover. We just need to get the damage in. That's going to be tough. But with our combined powers, we got this. Okay. Let's go and switch. Since Gardevoir was put to sleep first, I'm going after Gardevoir. They are also targets both? Oh, perfect. This I'm scared about. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, so close. They really made this last battle like the most anticlimactic, like, sounding of the entire game. Like, what the fuck? Alright. Take out the Gardevoir, and then we get the Dusclops. Thank God. Wait, did it just say we're not confused anymore? Thank goodness. Alright, Gardevoir down. Now I'm worried about what he's going to spin into rotation. This is why I wanted an electric type. Okay, I think I'm going to Leer again. To get them both down. And then I'm gonna... Should I just start biting Dusclops, or should I switch back in... our Hypnosis boy? Because I'm really worried that we're just gonna get one hit by that Waldron. Or that Walrein. Bite Cyclops to get rid of Confuse Ray. Okay. But should we keep Suicune and do a Leer, or should we switch out for Hypnosis? Because that's what I'm mostly scared about, is having that Waldron here. You should Leer to lower the defense? Okay. Alright, let's go for it. Something. We'll get there. Okay. Definitely gonna take out the anti. Yep. Confusion won't do that much. And will Steel Wing actually hit it, or will it go through it? And the same thing with Fly. If not, we still have this, but Psychic, weak to it. Physical moves will hit Ghost, but normal physical moves will not? Oh, okay. So Steel Wing will hit it? Because it's steel? Okay, I think this may be the best bet then, is to just send him out, because he has some decent hits too. Fuck. Double fuck. Just keep leering, buddy, and then you're gonna do Hypnosis on the Dusclops. Oh, I didn't know he knew how to do that. So that just reset the Dusclops' defense. There goes Noctowl. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Alright, I guess we're doing a full heal. Is it just me, or do I really want to surf right now? I really want to surf. Noctowl is fucked. I have some full restores. But he's still fucked, because I think he's going to get hit next turn either way. Surf is good? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I have a noggin sometimes. Like, I can do a full restore, and that will get him back to being functional, but that also means that he's just going to get turned back into this next turn, most likely. So I could just switch him out to somebody who can resist this, if I have somebody. Fly the Waldron to avoid some damage. Actually, big brain. But we're frozen. So should I heal first and then do it? Because I can't move since I'm frozen. Yeah, after the full restore. I have to do that next turn, so hopefully we don't get KO'd. Oh! That's a scary attack. I don't like that one. Not very effective. That one I kind of knew about. This is KO. What? What? How did that do less damage? Please don't. Fuck. 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 Of all the times, you had to fail me now? Okay, we should be safe to send out Espeon now, right? I don't want to have to train for hours. I'm gonna have to do some training off camera before next stream, and then I'm going to come to stream and we're just gonna do the battle. Maybe, but it didn't before. It didn't have enough special defense to survive it the last time. It was down to 1 HP last time. Was it a crit? I just didn't see it. Yeah, Espeon. Okay. Alright, let's go for it. If I have to redo all this, I'm definitely doing the training off camera so that I don't have to sit through like 6 hours of just training on camera. I'm going to do that all by myself and maybe edit a highlight reel and show you guys at the beginning of next stream. Just to give something for that, you know? Yeah. Thankfully, though, Espeon's very durable. Please. Oh, no. Alright, I'm just going to do some emergency heals. That's all I can do. In favor of Flaffy? That's a good idea. Train up Flaffy instead of Mantine since we already have Suicune. We only really had Mantine because of that. I think I have to purify Flaffy maybe? Or no, Flaffy's already purified. I just have to train it up. It's just a really low level now. Just really behind. Jesus. We only took out 2 of its Pokemon? God, that's terrifying. We'll see if we can, you know, do anything with this, but I doubt it. My friend asked me if I finished Pokemon. No. I'm funny. I promise. I don't know if I'm a telepath now or just like an ultra scout. Ah, so much damage. Look at all that damage. I think you're right. I'm gonna be stuck in a heal loop if I don't just basically give up now. I do just want to go out fighting though. I took myself out. I fucking knew that was gonna happen. All right. This all too familiar screen. The flashbacks. The memories. And we do it again. But, I think that is probably good for the night. I enjoyed talking about some Pokemon there at the end, and hopefully we can talk a little more in depth next stream, because we're going to finish that game right as we get here, I promise. I promise. I'm even going to probably practice the fight a couple times just to make sure I can get it. But without further ado, I hope you had a great night. It was great talking to you this night, this evening. And hope you get some sleep tonight, man. But if you're brand new and if you're watching the VOD, go ahead and leave a like. And if you're liking it so far and you want to see more of me, why not subscribe? It's free, and if you don't like it later, it's totally free to unsubscribe as well. So, I had a great time. We did some more training. We attempted it again, and I think with just a tiny bit more training, we can probably take it out, no problem. I'm going to be probably recording myself grinding out some more battles at Mount Battle for probably, I'd say, 3 to 4 hours or more. And then we'll come back next Saturday at 8:30 Central Time, right here again, and we'll finish out that battle, and we'll have a lovely conversation about the future of Pokemon. And then for the next stream after that, we'll have a bit more fun with some other games. I might actually take a break from doing some actual solo content. I might have a friend join me for that stream, and we might play some Smash or something. Might have a little bit more fun than just me chilling here playing some solo games, if you know. That might be some fun. So I think that's going to be the plans for the next few streams coming up, and I think that I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are too. So have a great one. Have a fantastic night, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.